Hi there, and welcome to the weekly Asylum and Immigration Reform Update, where I share with you 5 recent stories of interest to asylum seekers and those who want to stay current on immigration news. This week, we're discussing
a bill proposes a specialized immigration court for migrant children. An executive order seeks to fast-track tech visas with a focus on AI. Republicans criticize lending guidelines meant to protect immigrants. Risky apps on the phones of immigration agents threaten data security. And asylum laws are used as a bargaining chip in international aid discussions.
I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, I help immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. It's my pleasure to bring you asylum and immigration reform updates each week right here on the Political Asylum Lawyers YouTube channel. Okay, let's get to the news. First up,
bipartisan legislation proposed Wednesday in Congress aims to improve due process for migrant children by creating a dedicated children's court within the U.S. immigration system. Judges would receive specialized training, and child advocates would be on hand to ensure kids understand proceedings. Backers say the bill would boost protections for unaccompanied minors, with 62,000 kids currently navigating complex legal cases alone. Sponsors praise the pragmatic steps to streamline and appropriately handle vulnerable children's cases. If passed, the court would use child-friendly procedures and give kids enough time to find attorneys. It would also connect children with legal aid groups to help them make claims. Supporters say the time has come to change a system where traumatized kids must explain their plight in a language they don't understand. The goal is to get the facts and reach correct decisions for children.
And next up, for update number 2.
A recent executive from the Biden administration could be a game changer for tech immigration. The order aims to simplify and expedite the hiring of foreign talent in critical fields like artificial intelligence. Although only Congress can increase green card numbers, the order encourages federal agencies to take immediate action, including by identifying AI experts eligible for O and EB visas, removing traditional barriers such as academic publications as criteria. It pushes U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services and the Department of State to prioritize visa petitions for individuals with AI and STEM expertise, a move experts say is long overdue. The order also suggests updates to the Department of Labor's Schedule A list, potentially expediting labor certifications. Despite these advances, critics argue that without congressional action to increase green card allotments, labor shortages in tech will persist.
All right, time for our third immigration update.
Senate Republicans are up in arms over new immigrant lending rules. In a scathing letter, Republican lawmakers slammed the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and Department of Justice for telling banks not to discriminate against non-citizen borrowers. They say ignoring immigration status defies common sense and puts lenders at risk. But Democrats fired back, accusing Republicans of trying to illegally discriminate against immigrants. At issue are guidelines warning banks that they could break the law if they deny credit solely due to immigration status. Republicans argue immigration status helps assess if loans will be repaid, while the other side says blanket policies are discriminatory. Many immigrants have reported being unfairly denied home loans and having credit card applications rejected.
And moving right along, update number 4.
A new report reveals immigration agents may be compromising operations and putting the data of immigrants at risk with risky apps on government phones. An internal watchdog warns outdated policies allowed employees to download applications from foreign adversaries, like China and Russia. These sketchy apps can spy through cameras and microphones, collecting sensitive data. Even worse, some software is tied to banned companies accused of cyberspying and intellectual property theft. With agents unknowingly installing malware, the Inspector General says lax rules at ICE put their mission at risk. Though the agency disputes the findings, it agreed to remove risky apps and tighten controls. Lawmakers are sure to grill officials over this phone fiasco amid demands for immigration reform. It's the latest in a series of controversies for the Immigration Enforcement Agency that is responsible for deporting unauthorized migrants.
And finally, our 5th immigration update for this week.
Biden's balancing act, amend asylum laws, or lose Ukraine aid. The White House is negotiating the thorny path of policy trade-offs, aiming to push through a colossal $106 billion aid package crucial for Ukraine and other allies. With Republican lawmakers demanding border policy changes as part of the deal, the administration finds itself at a crossroads. One controversial compromise could reportedly be adjusting the credible fear standard in asylum law, potentially reducing the number of migrants eligible for asylum, a move likely to spark a firestorm of both political and humanitarian critique. As tensions simmer on Capitol Hill, with Democrats wary and Republicans pushing hardline immigration reforms, the fate of the aid package hangs in the balance, stirring a potent mix of concerns around international international policy and domestic immigration reform. Asylum could be used as a bargaining chip in budget negotiations for the foreseeable future.
And that wraps up this week's immigration news. If you want to win asylum in the United States, then you should call my office today. That number is 713-352-1593. We help people all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you are. Call us now to schedule an asylum strategy session so that we can help you to secure your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's an honor to serve you in your immigration journey.